speed on our streets is a killer also.
Akron taking more steps to slow down speeders.
There's children that's getting ran over.
We first told you in 2020, the city added temporary speed tables to make sure everyone is staying safe on the roads.
It's crazy, people are always flying, especially around this corner right here.
That pilot program reporting a 23% reduction in speeding.
The traffic slowed down, and then I didn't have as many cars going back and forth.
And every year, the city keeps adding more and more. 28 temporary tables in 2022, another 30 last year, and 30 more this year.
But we also want to make sure we address what has been a persistent neighborhood issue.
And we've continued to follow through on the progress.
Do you think they're working in this area?
I think they're working.
And this year, the city is doing more than ever after receiving more than 600 requests for traffic calming last year.
That includes, for the first time ever, adding a permanent speed table location. News 5's Elizabeth Van Metry joins us live from Akron, following through on the efforts being made to address these safety concerns. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning. Yeah, so these speed tables, they're kind of a modern day speed bump. 30 will be installed around the city of Akron. 40 speed limit signs, those solar power ones, will be also installed throughout the area, encouraging drivers to slow down. You mentioned that permanent speed table sign that will be posted along Maple Street here, and that will be a permanent one. Now, this map here shows where these speed tables will be located. Locations for tables and signs were selected based on resident request, appropriateness of streets, and coordination with city council, city departments, and roadway users such as Metro RTA and Akron Public Schools. In the past 2 years alone, the city has received over 1,000 requests for these speed tables throughout the city. The project is being paid for thanks to a federal funded program, Safe Streets for All. Those who live in the area say they certainly slow you down.
Because I've been over it before, and you can't just go flying over those.
Now, the speed tables are going to be installed within the next 2 weeks. It should only take a day to complete the project. The city's been doing research on these tables over the years, and they say they do work.
We have seen over the past few years a reduction at the speed table location of 3 to 6 miles an hour. And we know that speeding, the faster a car is going, if there's an accident, the more damage that occurs. Your survivability rate is harder if a pedestrian were involved.
So what is it like if you hit one of these? Well, it feels pretty abrupt, like hitting a curb. You'll definitely get the feeling like, hey, I need to slow down here. There are some advanced warnings, though, as you lead up to that speed table. Continue to follow through on this story. If you have a story that you want to follow me through or want me to follow through on, you can send me an email at elizabeth.vanmetry@ruse.com.
Well, Elizabeth, when I first heard about these speed tables, I was like, is this just another name for a speed bump? But you say there is a difference between the two.
They are. The name table kind of gives you a kind of a thought of what it could be like, but the top is flat, much like a table. The sides are tapered. It allows that full wheel to get on top of it. Now, the most interesting part is most of them aren't permanent. They are actually just kind of screwed into the ground or glued onto the ground, so they're easy to remove if the city needs to. For News 5, Elizabeth Van Metry, back to you.
Elizabeth, nice to see you this morning. Thank you.